There you see a guy that you recognize down at the end, Von Miller of the Denver Broncos. Somebody who knows plenty about the Super Bowl. Dave Richter, Heath Cummings, I'm Jamie Eisenberg. So, Von, talk about Super Bowl 50, what that memory was like for you. I know you like to be playing in that game again, but I'm sure taking yourself back to that moment was probably pretty special.
Well, I just remember being confident in our team, in our scheme, and what we're trying to accomplish. It was the one game my whole entire career that I wasn't nervous, and I think it had to do with the 2 weeks building up to the Super Bowl and just a great game plan. I felt pretty confident in the game.
You were nervous every other game that you played?
Every other game, I'm on the verge of throwing up, but that was the one game that I was ready to go and I was sure, and I think it showed. I got to find a way to do that every game.
I'm sure your coaching staff would probably like that. I'm sure you would as well. Probably nobody knows Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid from an opponent's perspective as well as you do. Just talk about what it's like to face that offense, and is there a way to slow down what they do consistently?
Man, it's tough. They're going to score points. They're going to move the ball. You have to have your offense on the other side of the ball to play well, and you got to have a great defense. And I think the 49ers are just built for success. They got 5 first-rounders on the defensive line. The secondary is experienced, and they can move the ball. We saw them move the ball without even passing their last game. So I'm pretty confident in the 49ers, but you never know in the Super Bowl.
So take me through what it's like to defend a team that runs the ball as well as 49ers do. And I know you didn't play the Niners this year, but you've scrimmaged against them in the past.
Yep.
And you've played against a lot of teams that like to run the football. The preparation that goes into that, and then the actual execution on the field.
We practiced against the 49ers in training camp. In the preseason, and they're just a solid team from left tackle to right tackle to the running backs and the tight ends. And Jimmy G is just so smooth, and the running game is excellent. Any little hold, and the running backs will find it. So they got a great team. They got a great scheme.
This was your first year playing for Vic Fangio. What was it like transitioning to his defense, and then what was he like as a head coach?
Coach Fangio he's a great teacher, and I think that's first and foremost. I'm excited to be in his defense and his system for his second year, and we got a lot of young guys on the team, and all those young guys that have a little bit more experience, and we have more experience with Coach Fangio, and I feel like that'll show on the football field.
I spent some time with Cortland Sutton already this offseason, and he told me Vic is just no nonsense. Like, he walks right into meetings, and he just gets right into it. No pleasantries, no nothing. But you talked about the young guys on the team, and I got to ask about Drew Lock. You've seen more of him than we have. Tell me what his future's like, how you see him how did you see him progress, rather, from rookie when he came in, first training camp, toward the end of the season when he's starting every game?
I mean, he was a star from day one. But we had Joe and, had other guys in front of him. And, he was a rookie. But he learned and he picked up on the offense and how to play on the National Football League. He picked it up super fast. And I think his confidence really stands out. You got guys that play in the league 10, 12 years that don't have the type of confidence and swagger that he has. So I think that'll take him a long way.
You got 3 other young guys on that offense, Philip Lindsay, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant. Our job is to project the next breakout. Which one of those guys is going to break out in 2020?
Noah Fant.
Yeah.
Noah Fant, he's good. He's a good, smooth player. I think that was one of the best picks that we got last year, him and Dalton Reisner. And, he's going to have experience as well. And I'm excited to play on the same team as these guys next year.
Want to play a little game with you here, just as one of the best defensive players in the NFL. So let's start with your favorite quarterback to sack.
I like sacking them all. I mean, I really do. I really like sacking them all. I just like doing my job, and my job is to sack the quarterback. So it really doesn't matter who I'm going against.
But is there one guy, Tom Brady because he's a legend, Mahomes because he's a rising star? Is there one guy that when you hit him, you're like, man, that feels good?
Man, they all feel good. Especially like when you get a guy like Mahomes or Tom Brady. They all feel good though.
Favorite running back to hit? I know people don't realize how great you are in the run game, but favorite running back to just stick and put on the ground?
Man, those guys they're running harder and harder every year. I don't have a favorite running back to hit. They're doing all the hitting nowadays.
What's the toughest offense that you face?
Probably the Chiefs. They just got so many different weapons. Every route is open on every single play. Kelsey is playing unbelievable. Tyreek Hill is too, and we all know about Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs are super tough.
Toughest offensive lineman to face?
Probably Mitchell Schwartz and Eric Fisher. Those guys are pretty good. Mitchell Schwartz is a savvy vet. He's been playing well for a very long time, and he's definitely hard to beat.
Offensive lineman who holds you the most?
All of them. All of them. They all hold, but that's part of the game. I mean, if they wasn't holding me, I'd have like 30 sacks, easy.
I'm sure that you would. Tell us what you're doing with Old Spice and what
I'm here with Old Spice, ultra smooth, and on the football field you got to be rough and tough. But off the football field, I like to stay low key, and I want to have a scent that's not overpowering without compromising the performance. So, Old Spice, ultra smooth is good stuff.
You have a Super Bowl prediction for the game?
I got the 49ers by 10.
By 10?
Yeah, that's
I
not
got
really.
the Niners too, but not by 10. That's amazing.
Okay, my bad.
No. I mean, we know how.
I
just hope we're right. I hope that they're the team that wins.
I mean, we know how the Chiefs come back. They've come back from 24, 20. It's not probably the safest pick to go with the 49ers, but I just like it. I just feel it.
Defense wins championship.
Defense, and he knows that better than anybody. He won one himself, and he was a big reason why. Von Miller, thank you for taking the time to join us here on Fantasy Football Today. Go check out Old Spice and everything that Von Miller is doing.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.